One of the most consistent things I hear from the people I work with is, Clark, I eat out a lot, and it's impossible for me to eat out and stay on my diet and eat clean. We're gonna put an end to that mess right now. Okay, so I'm standing in this parking lot, and around me, in a literally 500-foot radius, there are probably 20 different restaurants. And out of these 20 different restaurants that I have the option of going in and eating at, I would venture to say that there is a clean option in every single one of them. Now, the first tip that I want to give you in this video is this. Have one of these restaurants already picked out. A restaurant that you know you can go in and eat healthy. And I am outside of Pita's Mediterranean Grill right now in San Marcos, California. And I have been eating here since the day it opened. And as a matter of fact, they've even made a couple menus that they called the Clark Plate. So with that being said, we're gonna walk in here and we're gonna look at what I eat and how you could replicate this sort of meal pretty much anywhere you go, because the reality is everybody has chicken, everybody has vegetables, and eating on a Mediterranean type of diet, in my opinion, is a great option when you're out trying to figure out what you're gonna choose on the menu or off the menu. So we're gonna look at that as well. What's on the menu and what is off the menu, and all you need to do is ask the owner or ask somebody who is serving you what you could possibly eat. So let's take a look inside, and we're gonna talk about a whole lot of other stuff too. So one of the cool things that they do here, and frankly in many chain restaurants, is this option of building a bowl. You can come in here and tell them exactly what you want on the plate. So you're not subject to the menu, you're basically creating your own menu. First thing you're gonna do is choose a protein. You got chicken in different forms. You've got beef in different forms. You've got lamb, and if you're a vegan, you've got the falafel option. So there's really no reason that anyone couldn't eat at a Mediterranean place like Pita's. Then what I would do, and what I've done, is I usually go with the chicken shawarma. It's great here. It's got a wonderful taste to it. I love how it's crispy when they cook it. You're gonna see that in a minute. And then you come over to the veggies. Look, you can't go wrong with lettuce, tomato, onions, pickles, cucumbers, olives, turnips, cabbage, fattoush, and tabbouleh. I get every single one of these. Now, here's something I want to tell you. Jack LaLanne. If you don't know who Jack LaLanne is, look him up. He is the pioneer of health and fitness. I had the option and the opportunity and the privilege of traveling with Jack. He ordered 10 vegetables on every single thing that he ate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jack LaLanne approved right here. Then you come over here to sauces. The sauces are what make food not bland, okay? So if you're just eating boiled chicken and broccoli, I understand it. It's hard to stick with something like that. But the options are here to put on sauces. Hummus is great, right? It's just garbanzo beans ground up. Cucumber yogurt. You just use it in moderation. Spicy tahini, this stuff is the bomb. Tahini, garlic sauce, jalapeno sauce, roasted salsa, baba ganoush, and crumbled feta. This would be the only thing that you would be concerned with is the feta. So everything on this entire menu is an option for me when I eat out. And that is why Pita's is my #1 place to come and eat, and my selection for when I have all of these different options. So I'm hungry now, let's eat. Everything but just no onions, that's the only thing. Yeah. What's up, my brother? All right, so I'm with my man Red right here. What year did you open this restaurant?
2004.
2004?
Yeah.
I've been coming here since day one. And like I said out in the parking lot, you got to have your spot. And the reason I have this spot, #1, this family right here is the best family, the best service,
Appreciate it.
the best people. I love you, man. And
I'd love to know your family forever. Anita, your boys, your girls.
yeah,
It's
you
awesome.
watched them grow up,
They're
man.
adults. Adults.
Anyway, you've been feeding me for a long time
Yes,
too.
I have. Yes, I
And
have.
we have what's affectionately known as the Clark Plate.
Your salad, your famous salad.
So what is on it, and how is that thing?
It's a mixture of the Mediterranean salad, the chicken salad, but his style, we know he doesn't like onions, and he likes every single veggie. So we get the tabbouleh on top of it, besides the romaine lettuce, onions, tomato, or not the onions, cucumbers, olives, feta cheese. And we add tabbouleh, we add some red cabbage, we add some almonds that he always loves, extra almonds, and then the sauces, the roasted tomato, and I believe the spicy too.
Yep.
So we add it all up there. It's a nice, big old healthy salad that this guy's been smashing down for 17 years? 17 years.
A long time. So a lot of people have come here and ordered the Clark. They used to have the magazines up on the wall and stuff. But anyway, Red's gonna go ahead and build this for you and just talk about it along the way. Talk about, you know, what's good about this, maybe some of what your mom's recipe or whatever. I'm gonna let you take it away, build this thing.
Sounds good. I'll get to it.
Right.
First and foremost, we're gonna build up his salad here. So we're gonna start off with the romaine lettuce. Got a big heaping scoop of it. And we're gonna skip out on the onions because we know Clark doesn't love onions. So we'll add all these tomatoes, freshly cut tomatoes on there. This is how we've been feeding him for a while now. Get those cucumbers on there. Some of that fatouche for him that he always loves. Red cabbage that he loves. Can't forget the man's olives. This is the chicken shawarma here, freshly shaved chicken, marinated overnight. One of our signatures that we've had since we opened the place. Very popular, very clean, very healthy food. Beautiful, nice stacked up chicken. So what we're gonna do first is give him his almonds. We got some toasted almonds that he loves that put on it. And we're gonna just dress it up with our famous spicy tahini. All right, Clark, we got that all set for you, baby.
The thing about this is I'm not gonna eat it at one time. This is multiple meals, but if I'm trying to gain weight, like this is a good weight gain meal too. Brother, that's bomb right there, man.
Did you want the pita bread?
Yeah, we'll have some, gotta have some pita bread with that. The only shame in this is messing up that masterpiece. So one of the main things that I want to help you avoid is empty calories. And this is the big source of empty calories here. You have all these options for soda. I would recommend that you skip the soda and drink water. Now, if you're gonna do soda, most people are gonna opt for diet, right? Now, even though it's diet, doesn't mean that there's not empty calories in there and chemicals that your body really doesn't need. So if you're really trying to clean it up, this is not a way to go. I would suggest that you opt out and do iced tea instead. And what I do to give this iced tea a little bit of flavor is I'll do like a mild Arnold Palmer. I'll do 3/4 tea and I'll come over here and just get a little shot of the lemonade just to give it some flavor, because here's the reality. You don't want to be a robot. We all want to enjoy things when we eat out, but coming over here and refilling is certainly not the option. Empty calories are a no-no. So when you're finished eating, obviously the question that you're gonna get from the server is, do you want some dessert? It's their job to upsell you. It's their job to sell you more food. And we love sweets. This dessert right here is tasty, but extremely high in sugar, baklava, right? The syrup and all of what's in here. If at all possible, this might seem like basic information to you, but try and avoid dessert if you can. You don't need it. It's simply something to satisfy your sweet tooth craving, but what is more important is that you gain discipline over your weakness for anything like this. So at all costs, avoid the dessert or split it around the entire table. Like get one dessert for the table. Okay, so Starbucks is certainly an option that anybody, anywhere has the ability to go to. So when I go to Starbucks, I don't get the fancy coffees that are full of empty calories. What I do, on the way to LA, I always stop right here at this one that you see in this video, and I order egg white bites. I get 2 sets of egg white bites, which are 4 little things, and they just have vegetables in them. And then I get bacon bites as well. So they got a little bit of Gouda cheese and some bits of bacon. So that is like my treat when I do that, but you cannot go wrong with the egg white bites at Starbucks. So this restaurant became famous with a guy that just only ate these sandwiches, and obviously that is no longer a thing. But really what it comes down to with Subway or any place like this that's a lot of bread, like if you get a foot-long piece of bread for $5 or whatever they were advertising back then, that's not a good option, right? That's a lot of carbs, and rumor has it that the way they make this bread, as good as it might taste, isn't necessarily the greatest thing for you. So there are options in here, however, right? You can get the meat on a salad. You don't have to have the bread. You certainly don't need 12 inches of bread, because I don't care who you are or how big you are, that's probably not an option that is going to be healthy. So how do you eat in a restaurant like this? Just like I said, you have it in a salad. You put it on the side. You don't eat the entire bread. So if I just looked on this window right here or peeked on the inside, I would see just, hey, I would ask them, can you just put this in a box for me, and we'll donate the bread to some people who need it more than I do. So really, once again, it's just a matter of being smart. And we are just walking up and down this. Like, this is impromptu right now what I'm doing. I'm just giving you information on all of what I see. I think I've eaten in here one time. I'm not recommending it necessarily. I'm simply bringing it up. Just the name of this place alone, steak, burgers, and custard, to me, that's not a real good combination of foods that you could eat. So if you're having burgers and fries and ice cream, then you just got to be honest with yourself. Like, if this is your go-to place, no wonder you're not in shape. No wonder you feel like crap. No wonder you're watching this video looking for options. And hopefully, watching this video will help you understand that there are options available to you other than something like this. I mean, there's a Hooters right there. There's my favorite chicken spot over there. There's a sushi spot right there. There's a mom and pop shop right there. There is a Korean barbecue place right there. Muay Thai, there's a Thai place right there. So many options and so many excuses. Stop making excuses and start making better choices. Okay, we're outside of Felix's barbecue with soul. Felix, you got soul? All right. When I went in here and asked this beautiful young lady inside, do you mind if I shoot a video in here? I do healthy meal options on YouTube and Instagram and all that. Her first response was, I don't know if there's a healthy option in here. Even people that are eating inside might not really truly understand what you can do to modify a menu. So what I said to her instantly was, if I just got meat and vegetables, like there's probably some sort of greens in here, right? Like, I love greens. So maybe there's spinach, maybe there's some other form of greens that you go in here, like collard greens are one of my favorite ones. So if you just got ribs and collard greens or burnt ends and collard greens, that would be a low carb, healthy option for some barbecue place. Like, if you were going out with a group of office friends and this was the only place you could eat, that would be what I would say to do. So I'm outside this Indian restaurant. The first thing I noticed about their menu, look at how big this is. Like, it's literally this big. So there are so many different options, you can get overwhelmed. But you gotta narrow it down, man. If you don't narrow it down to what is healthy for you, and again, you could eat Mediterranean style or low carb at a restaurant like this. Traditionally, what you would think when you go to an Indian restaurant is curry. Obviously, that's the name of this place. Curry is in the name. And then sauces. You want to make sure that you're aware of what's in the sauces. I'm sure they cook with a lot of butter. Maybe there's some grease in there. That's me guessing, but based upon having some menus that butter is in the actual name of the meal, you want to go through here and look. The first thing I'm looking is deep fried, marinated, boneless chicken pieces. I'm going to avoid this because of the fact that it's deep fried. And if you want to stay low carb, obviously none of these rice dishes that you want to go with. One thing that this naan bread is, if you've never had naan bread, it's worth trying at least once, but it's not something I recommend if you're trying to stay lean because it's so good, you'll eat so much of it. But the bottom line is, if this restaurant has a menu that's this big, you ask them, what's your healthiest option? What is cooked with the least amount of grease and butter and unnecessary fats? What is something that is relatively clean? And not everybody knows what clean is. Like, in here, the guy that I talked to said, my English is not that good. So I don't want to assume that they understand what clean means, but healthy is a different version. But again, healthy is a relative term to where someone comes from. If I talk to somebody in the deep, deep South, their version of healthy and my version is different. So it's up to you to educate the person that you're being served from to provide you the food that you want, because you can eat out anywhere that you want. That is not an excuse. So once again, gigantic menu, lots of options, but there is something on here for you and me. The whole purpose of this video is to prove to you that it's possible to go out and eat healthy. And if you want to gain weight, look, this is a couple pieces of pita bread with it. Eat this whole entire thing. So you can get lean, you can gain weight, you can get jacked, you can do anything you want to do if you think about it and if you just ask. Make friends with the people at the restaurant. Like, you've seen that we're great friends here, so people will accommodate you if you're an accommodating person. Hopefully this video provided some value to you. Please comment below and let me know. Make it a great day. Wow, what?